Another day, another dollar.
And, oh, I see. Well, this is my earlier song.
Come on,
I double checked.
that's all.
Yeah. He's a good boy though.
No, like, that's what my dogs, they just put so much time about it. It's just, especially when you're there. I think it's actions up.
That's tough.
Yeah. He's a good dog. I'd like to call the meeting order, pledge allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Is there a report of any executive sessions?
Yes, as per section 8-8-1 of the Sunshine Act, an executive session was held on Wednesday, April 17, 2024 at 2:30 p.m. to discuss personnel matters regarding specific individuals.
Public comment?
Morning. Jeff Dunkel, Palo Alto. Just wanted to see if there's an update on the Hatter investigation. It's an active investigation and he's still interacting with courthouse employees. Also, why was he not suspended without pay pending the investigation like the other two women were? Just seems like all the male perverts in here, they get rewarded. Either they work from home, they get to stay here, and the victims have to go home and be suspended without pay. I mean, I think it's right that you guys explain to not only the employees here, but the taxpayers, what's going on with his lawsuit, the investigation, who's holding the investigation. Is it another botched internal one like the previous one with Ms. Zula? You know, let's get the facts out here of what's going on with this. Glad to see the suspension's over, almost 950 days. Glad to see the ladies are back. Hopefully in due time, it'll be back in shape and where it needs to be. And the tax sales can be held here without a lien and be done productively and efficiently for the county. That is one of the biggest revenue generating offices for the county. Speaking of the suspensions and lawsuits, the settlement's there today for $1.7 million. It's going to be voted on. There's over $2 million roughly in remaining legal fees that'll be tacked on later during other settlements or trial. There's 3 more plaintiffs to either settle or go to trial. So that leaves approximately $1.2 million from the insurance policy for the 3 plaintiffs and any additional attorney fees or trial. I'd like to know what the county has as a game plan for this debacle and what's gonna happen. If this goes to $8 or $9 million, the county's gonna be on the hook for 3 to 4 million. And I think that's a very safe ballpark figure that this could end up at, if not more, if it goes to trial. So the taxpayers deserve to know, what do you guys have planned? Is it gonna come out of the general fund? And is it gonna cause a tax increase along with the reassessment? It's just a 1-2 punch for the taxpayers, and it's not fair. And also remember, there's several more lawsuits coming. You got Jane Doe number 5, you got a bunch of EEOC complaints that are gonna turn into lawsuits. There's a lot more coming down the pipeline. There's 2 more complaints or lawsuits that are potentially being filed in the next couple months, which I'm sure I'll break before anybody else knows, just like the previous ones. But a lot of this could have been stopped if Mr. Bender did his job. He was in charge of overseeing the consent decree. He knew everything that was going on. He knew everything that was going on with Mr. Halkovich. His neglect allowed Jane Doe number 5 to happen, and it's allowing a lot of these EEOC complaints to happen. So I'd like to know what's going on there. And lastly, Ms. Dash is thankfully out of the leadership, if you want to call it that, of the tax claim. But she's still making more than both the ladies that are coming back, which is absolutely insane. And she went from union to non-union to union. So I have a lot of employees within this building messaging me or contacting me, asking why she's not going to the bottom to start over like everybody else had to. Seems like there's favoritism there. So I think they deserve an answer for that as well. Thank you.
Any other public comment?
Melinda Dibert, North Manheim Township. So refreshing to see that someone in county government has some common sense. Very glad to see that the illegal suspension has been ended, and we have those 2 experienced professional employees back in the Tax Claim Bureau. And I know, Commissioner Hess, you were opposed to those suspensions from the get-go. You were opposed to the restructuring of tax assessment and tax claim. Whenever all of that took place, you were opposed to all of that. So I have to think that maybe it's Commissioner Pedora's, since you were elected, Larry, perhaps it's your presence on the Board of Commissioners that has produced this change that we are seeing in county government and operations right now. So I applaud you for that. And perhaps maybe even our new county solicitors, Shelby Hostetter and Dave Rice. Hopefully they're bringing a little bit of common sense to the table as well. What I am still seeing is that you have Gary Bender as your county administrator. And that is a problem, whether you guys are recognizing it right now or not. That is a problem. And he is still a defendant in that federal lawsuit. He mishandled all of everything from the get-go with the Jane Does. That has been mishandled. I think he has pretty well been thumbing his nose at the consent decree. He's just going to operate how he sees fit. So that is a problem. And he has pretty well thumbed his nose at the West Enders as well as chairman of Porter Township out there. He has not given the West End people what they deserve. I keep asking, have we carved out any of that NSP fine money for the West Enders to have air, soil, and water testing done for them? Did we ever get an answer to that? I know you had your meeting with DEP, but was money set aside? I have asked the Board of Commissioners here. I have also asked State Senator Dave Argel, was any of that money carved out and set aside for the homeowners who are having to deal with the stench? It's not just the stench, it's the poisoning of everything out there, whether it's the wildlife, their soil, air, and water is being poisoned. Okay, thanks, Shelby. So those are just a couple of the questions, but thank you very much for ending the suspension. Appreciate it.
Any other public comment? If not, we'll go to the meeting. Can I have approval for the commissioners meeting of the April 10th meeting?
I'll make a motion to approve it then. Second.
No question?
Commissioner Fedora,
Yes.
Commissioner Heatherington,
Yes.
and Commissioner Hess.
Then a motion to approve the work session meeting.
Motion to
Minutes.
approve the monthly minutes from the work session April 17th. Second.
On the question?
Commissioner Fedora,
Yes.
Commissioner Heatherington,
Yes.
and Commissioner Hess.
Yes.
Approval for what was presented at our workshop by the Public Works.
Make a motion to approve the three projects from Public Works. Second.
On the question?
Commissioner Fedora,
Yes.
Commissioner Heatherington,
Yes.
and Commissioner Hess.
Yes.
Approval to a motion to approve the drug and alcohol request at our workshop meeting.
I'll make a motion to approve the two requests from drug and alcohol. Second.
On the question?
Commissioner Fedora,
Yes.
Commissioner Heatherington,
Yes.
Commissioner Hess.
Yes.
A motion for the approval for mental health that was presented at our workshop and local services.
I'll make a motion to approve the mental health request. Second.
The question?
Commissioner Fedora,
Yes.
Commissioner Heatherington,
Yes.
Commissioner Hess.
Yes.
The approval, can I have a motion for what was presented at our work session by the grant writers?
Motion for the grant writers to set a contract.
The question?
Commissioner Fedora,
Yes.
Commissioner Heatherington,
Yes.
Commissioner Hess.
Yes.
Can I have a motion for what was presented by children and youth at our work session?
I'll make a motion for the two review requests. Second.
The question?
Commissioner Fedora,
Yes.
Commissioner Heatherington,
Yes.
Commissioner Hess.
Yes.
Can I have a motion to approve what was presented at our work session for tax claim bureau?
Make a motion to approve the private sale request and the option agreement for tax claim. Second.
On the question?
Commissioner Fedora,
Yes.
Commissioner Heatherington,
Yes.
Commissioner Hess.
Yes.
Can I have approval what was presented by the treasurer's office for their report on March 24th, was presented at the work session?
I'll make a motion. Second.
On the question?
Commissioner Fedora,
Yes.
Commissioner Heatherington,
Excuse me, yes.
Commissioner Hess.
Yes.
Human resources.
Thank you, Commissioners. Today we have in Human Services an appointment for Marlene Scheit, caseworker 82 volunteer program at an hourly rate of $15.7401 effective 5/6/24. In tax assessment, a transfer of Carol Federoff into the map technician at a salary of $15.7769 effective 4/29/24. And that is from Office Support Secretarial HR, and it's per the union contract. Children and Youth, an appointment of Daniel Trojan, a county caseworker 1, at a rate of $20.9412 effective 5/13/24 per the union contract. Children and Youth, an appointment of Heather Collins, a county caseworker 1, at a rate of $20.9412 effective 6/10/24 per the union contract. Children and Youth, an appointment of Anna Smallwood, a county caseworker 1, at a rate of $20.9412 effective 6/17/24 per the union contract. In the prison, we have an appointment of Madeline Wink, a corrections officer, at a rate of $23.0730 effective 4/19/24 per the union contract. And in tax claim, we have a transfer of Deborah Dash, a clerical supervisor, at a rate of $31.3304 effective 4/22/24 from interim tax claim assistant director per the union contract. And in 911, an appointment of Tyler Deal, a telecommunicator trainee, at a rate of $20 effective 4/29/24 per the union contract.
Can I have a motion to approve what was presented by the human resources office?
I'll make a motion to approve these actions. Second.
Any question?
Commissioner Fedora,
Yes.
Commissioner Heatherington,
Yes.
Commissioner Hess.
Yes.
Finance, Paul.
I have information,
All information, go ahead.
okay? The district attorney appointment of Faith Eckley, clerk temporary, effective 5/20/24. She will be per diem. Recorder of deeds, a transfer of Russell Moscow to a clerk typist 2, effective 4/29/24, from a clerk typist 2 tax claim per union contract. Domestic relations, a promotion of Dyrus Rivera to a case officer aide, effective 5/6/24, from secretary 1 per union contract. In domestic relations, promotion of Kimberly Reederhole to a case officer aide, effective 5/6/24, from a secretary 1 per union contract. Again, in domestic relations, an appointment of Willie Streisel, an enforcement officer 1, effective 5/6/24, per union contract. Domestic relations, an appointment of Lena Wiener, the secretary 1, effective 5/6/24, per union contract. Domestic relations, an appointment of Brittany Nelson, the secretary 1, effective 5/6/24, per the union contract. And in records management, a promotion of Abigail Mills to archivist, effective 4/5/24. All of our appointments are pending drug tests and physical, and all actions involving salary board or positions being created are pending salary board approval. Thank you.
Thank you. Finance officer, Paul.
Commissioners, good morning. This morning, there are 2 budget adjustments that are listed on the agenda, and both budget adjustments have been posted outside of the board.
Thank you. Any better,
We have 3 items this morning, on behalf of the Planning Bureau, approval requested of the option agreement with the Schuylkill County Land Bank, purchase parcel 6407-0590, 300 West Chester Street in Shenandoah, at either the April 29th judicial sale or the August 26th judicial sale. The total bid shall be $100 plus UPI fees and recording fees. The Shenandoah Area School District and the Borough of Shenandoah both consent and agree to the sale of this to the land bank. On behalf of Planning and Zoning, approval requested to amend the contract 2023-93 with EBA Engineering for the GIS technical service pursuant to EBA Engineering letter regarding the GIS database server migration to the Amazon Web Services. Amendments to increase the contract cap to $29,000 and extend the contract end date to December 31st, 2024. Lastly, on behalf of the Solicitor's Office, approval requested of a settlement agreement between Schuylkill County and the Jane Doe 1 related to the United States District Court and the Middle District Court of Pennsylvania Civil Action number 321 CD00477, including mutual releases and the payment of $1,700,000 allocated $983,649.33 to Jane Doe 1 and $716,360.07 to attorney Catherine W. Lowry, Esquire, and Derek Smith Law Group, PLLC, for the attorney's fees and costs, with $1.5 million paid by the county's insurance carriers and $200,000 paid by the county allocable to Jane Doe 1 attorney's fees and costs.
Motion 4 was presented by Barry Bender on behalf of tax claims, on behalf of planning and zoning, and on behalf of the solicitor's office.
I'll make a motion on those 3 requests.
Second. A question?
Commissioner Fedora,
Yes.
Commissioner Heatherington,
Yes.
Commissioner Hess.
Yes. Mark, Susquehanna Accounting and Consulting.
Sorry, the name's long.
Yeah, that's how that.
We can shorten that.
Yeah.
Sure.
I just have a quick report on the first quarter of 2024 ARPA expenditures. There were 2 categories affected: the West End Tower project for $74,467.55, and then the funding to fund the negative economic impact nonprofit program grants, the allocation to NEPA for $500,000 to fund the contracts which NEPA approved and determined eligible.
Are we done with the salary here, or there's still more to come through?
There's some dribs and drabs. Some of these are maintenance costs, tower lease rentals. They will be ongoing.
They're very small.
Yeah, but the major construction parts are done.
Good, thank you.
Well, let's make one more comment. We just did receive a notification authorizing getting a broadband contract. And once again, I said before, Mark said, don't spend your ARPA money real quick, hang on, and be careful to watch it. And as a result, we have the ISP and the state funding this broadband contract. So once again, Mark, thank you for your good advice. We appreciate it.
Okay, so I just want to read something very quickly. The county took action today to approve the settlement with Jane Doe 1 pending federal litigation. We recognize that the settlement includes payment of $200,000 by the county to the attorney representing Jane Doe 1. After consultation with the attorneys representing the county in the litigation, our county solicitors, the commissioners firmly believe this settlement is in the best interest of Schuylkill County. Although settlement with Jane Doe 1 addresses a significant aspect of the litigation, the case remains pending as to remaining plaintiffs. So we will have no further comment on the settlement of the pending litigation at this time. Thank you. Can I have a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Salary board. Approve any executive sessions?
There were none.
Any public comment for salary board?
I get my money's worth when I come to these meetings. Melinda Diver, North Manhattan Township. Okay, very disappointing to see that there is no proposed action on the salary board agenda to address what was a very inappropriate restructuring of tax claim and tax assessment offices, which took place several years ago, before your time, Larry. And thank you again, Commissioner Hess, for voting no on those changes, which resulted in a $17,000 pay cut to a female employee. And I'm noting that it was a female employee because time and time again, it's the ladies who will suffer a pay cut in this county, while the men seem to be rewarded for their inappropriate behavior. So one of these suspended tax claim employees suffered a $17,000 pay cut when those offices were restructured. And the other suspended employee, who we know was just brought back, but she suffered a $9,000 pay cut. So retaliatory, yes, because the federal lawsuit had just been filed the day before this restructuring took place. So very disappointed not to see that that was on the agenda today for salary board to correct that behavior. Illegal, you betcha. Retaliatory, vindictive, you betcha. So maybe that'll be next week or, a couple weeks from now, and you'll make that retroactive because absolutely should not have been done. So keep hope alive. Thank you.
Any other public comment for salary board?
Good.
Are you good today?
I'm good.
Okay, just checking.
I wasn't sleeping like Lucy. Yes, I'm good.
Can I have a motion to approve the minutes from the salary board meeting of April 10th and April 17th?
A motion to approve the board meeting and also work session on April 10th and 17th.
Second. A question?
Commissioner Fedora?
Yes.
Commissioner Heatherington?
Yes.
Commissioner Hess?
Yes.
Control retention, yes.
Human resources.
Yeah, in human services, we have a set salary for Marlene Scheich, case 82 volunteer program at a rate of 15.7401, effective 5/6/24. The district attorney, a set salary for Faith Equity, clerk 10, $12 at effective 5/20/24. This is a per diem employee. Tax claim, eliminate a position of interim tax claim assistant director, effective 4/22/24. And records management, a set salary for Abigail Mills, archivist, at a rate of 22.3325, effective 4/5/24.
Okay, can I have a motion first for the human services and the tax claim?
Make that motion.
Second. Any question?
Commissioner Fedora,
Yes.
Commissioner Heatherington,
Yes.
Commissioner Hess, Controller Yekenship.
Yes.
And then can I have a motion for, the district attorney's office to set the salary?
Make that motion, sir.
Second. On question?
Commissioner Fedora,
Yes.
Commissioner Heatherington,
Yes.
Commissioner Hess,
Yes.
Controller Yekenship,
Yes.
and District Attorney O'Kane.
Yes. Can I have a motion for records management to set that salary?
So moved.
Second. On question?
Commissioner Fedora,
Yes.
Commissioner Heatherington,
Yes.
Commissioner Hess,
Yes.
Controller Yekenship,
Yes.
and Judge Russell.
Ready to do business?
Motion adjourned.
Yes.